I'm Jesse Miner. I'm a PhD student in geography and in the tree ring lab here at the University of Arizona. I'm from North Carolina. I went to college in Maine where I studied geology and philosophy. After college I did a couple years of commercial fishing in Maine and Alaska, and I've been here in Arizona for 6 years learning about the Sky Islands. I do science because I'm genuinely curious about the various interacting factors that shape landscapes and ecological communities. The type of science that I do relies on a mixture of fairly simple observational research methods, and they help explain changing environmental conditions over time. My research is about how southwestern fire regimes are changing, and also how land managers are coping with changes in fire frequency, fire intensity, and the ecological effects of larger, more severe wildfires. To do that, I use tree rings to reconstruct evidence of past fires. And the fire regime characteristics that I look at are things like the time elapsed between fires in various topographic and vegetation type settings, the likely size of past fires, the area burned in common fire years, and even the seasonality of historical fires. So one of the things that people are really curious about is how much carbon is stored in southwestern forests. And so what our team's going to do is to investigate how much carbon is in the living forest and then how much has been thinned out of parts of the forest as part of an ecological restoration project. And so the site is going to be located next to a tower that measures forest level photosynthesis and respiration. And we'll be collecting data across several slope aspects and in areas that have been thinned and areas that have not yet been thinned to estimate how much carbon is in the forest and how much has been removed.
Okay.
Well, our team's going to be the most fun because we're doing hands-on forest data collection that contributes to ongoing projects that deal with the living and dead carbon pools on the mountain. We'll be measuring the stumps of thin trees, doing simple calculations to estimate how much carbon was in those trees that have been thinned out, the same measurements and calculations with living trees. And ultimately, what we're doing is hands-on data collection that contribute to actual research, ongoing research projects that have real meaning for climate modeling and understanding the flows of carbon in and out of systems in the Southwest.